COVID-19 has taken its toll on Singapore's economy. Retail sales dropped 27.8% in June compared to the same month last year.
But it is an improvement on the previous month when sales fell 52%, the biggest year-on-year decline on record. Overall, sales have been sliding for 17 straight months year-on-year.
The latest figures reflect the easing of COVID-19 restrictions as Singapore emerged from the 8-week circuit breaker. June saw the gradual reopening of the economy, with many physical stores resuming operations and restaurants offering dining-in options again.
Supermarkets and convenience stores all reported higher sales, as well as computer and telecommunications retailers due to demand from people working from home. All other categories like department stores and petrol stations recorded declines though.
We're now joined by Anders Peter Yul Sahlberg, co-founder and chief executive of retail group Norbreeze, which markets luxury brands. Hi Anders, welcome. Now Anders, do these latest figures bode well for retail sales moving forward? Would you say the worst is over?
Well, I would say yes, we can certainly expect the worst to be over unless that we have a second wave. But I believe that Singapore is well prepared for that as well. So at this point in time, yes, I would say the worst is over. And you can also see the improvement in the numbers from June to July, and also what we see now in August.
Right. Well, one of the hardest hit industries is luxury brands. So Anders, how has your businesses or how have your businesses fared in the past few months?
Well, in May, we were on a complete lockdown, or the stores were closed. The physical stores was closed like everybody else in Singapore. So May was not a good month for retail, that's for sure. But the silver lining can also be said for that e-commerce is certainly on the rise in the past few months. June improved after when phase 2 started. July is actually for us certainly an improvement, and August is a further improvement. And this is a pattern that we also saw in China in the recovery phase from the peak of the COVID until the early recovery or the early states after the peak. And it's improving month on month, week on week. But we still are short of the traffic in the malls. But certainly the conversion is going up at the same time. So we see a couple of positive trends, but it is a challenging time for retail.
Anders, that said, what's your outlook then for retail sales in the coming months? Do you see consumer demand, say, return to the pre-pandemic period?
We do not expect the consumer demand to return to the pre-pandemic anytime soon. We still don't have the tourists coming in to Singapore, and that will also affect the retail sales. And it is still advised to stay at home and only go out if absolutely necessary. But we see the conversion going up, the traffic that is actually making their way into the malls, they are potential buyers. So while the traffic is dropping, we see the conversion increasing on a also very high percentage increase, even doubling compared to what it was a year ago. So I would say pre-pandemic retail sales, we have to look probably into late this year or early next year. But e-commerce is taking over. Some of the sales is not taking over or covering for the drop in the physical retail for us. But we saw in June a 400% increase over last year, and we see a doubling also in July. And we see the same pattern going into August.
Right. Definitely, we wish you all the best, Anders, and thank you so much for coming onto the show to speak with us. We were speaking to co-founder and CEO of retail group Norbris, Anders Peter Yul Sahlberg.